As we grow older, it's easy to brush off little things, an ache here, a strange feeling there. After all, we've learned to live with discomfort, to adapt, to carry on. But what if one of those little things is actually your body trying to send you an important message? Today, we're talking about something many people over 70 may overlook, a tiny foot symptom that could be a silent warning. It may not seem like much at first. Maybe it's a little tingling, a slight numbness, or a dry patch of skin that just won't go away. But in some cases, these subtle signs could be your body's way of saying, pay attention. Our feet are often the first to reveal underlying health concerns, whether it's changes in blood circulation, nerve health, or even heart function. That's why learning to recognize these early clues can make a big difference in how we age and how we stay independent. So in this video, we'll gently walk through a few signs to look out for and why they matter, more than you think, especially after 70. It's not about fear, it's about awareness and self-care. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Let's stay informed, stay safe, and take small steps toward better health, starting from the feet up. Tingling or numbness in the feet. A quiet signal that deserves your attention. As we age, it's common to feel different sensations in our bodies. But when it comes to your feet, a small change like tingling or numbness shouldn't be ignored. It might feel like pins and needles at first, or a subtle buzzing that comes and goes. Sometimes it begins in the toes and gradually spreads up the foot. While it may seem harmless, it could be a quiet signal of something deeper going on inside. For many people over 70, tingling or numbness in the feet can be an early sign of nerve sensitivity. The medical term often associated with this is peripheral neuropathy, which simply means the nerves in your feet and legs aren't working as well as they used to. This can happen for several reasons, including natural aging, past injuries, circulation issues, or even long-standing health conditions like diabetes. What makes this symptom tricky is that it often comes on slowly. You might not notice it right away. Maybe you found yourself needing to wiggle your toes more to wake them up, or perhaps you felt a strange numbness when walking across the room. These sensations are easy to brush off, but over time they can affect your balance, safety, and comfort. One of the important aspects of senior wellness is learning to listen to your body, especially when it whispers before it shouts. The nerves in our feet play a big role in helping us move, stand, and stay steady. When they start to change, it's the body's way of asking for a little extra care and attention. If you've been noticing tingling or numbness in your feet, especially if it's getting worse or lasting longer than usual, it might be a good idea to bring it up at your next checkup. Sometimes a simple conversation with your doctor can lead to helpful insights tests or gentle changes in your routine that improve your daily comfort and mobility. There's no need to panic and no reason to feel alone. Many older adults experience similar issues. The key is recognizing that what seems small, like a tingle in the toes, can be your body's early way of protecting you. As part of your journey to better senior wellness, paying attention to these quiet signals is a meaningful step towards staying active, independent, and safe. Small awareness leads to smart choices, and if you're someone who likes to stay informed about changes that come with aging, be sure to check out more senior health tips right here on our channel. Losing sensation in the feet. Why temperature and pain awareness matter. After 70 feet, as the years go by, our bodies change in subtle ways. Some changes are expected, like needing reading glasses or taking longer to warm up in the morning. But others, like losing the ability to feel heat cold, or even pain in your feet, can come as a quiet surprise and may carry more meaning than we think. Have you ever stepped into a warm bath and realized you couldn't quite tell how hot the water was? Or maybe you've walked barefoot on a cold floor and didn't really feel the chill. These moments may seem minor, but they could be signs that your sensory nerves, especially in the feet, aren't responding the way they used to. This kind of change often happens slowly. It may start as a reduced sensitivity to touch temperature or sharpness. Over time, the feet may feel numb or just not right. While this isn't always a cause for alarm, it's something worth paying attention to, especially for those of us in the senior wellness stage of life. Why is this important? Because our feet help us stay safe. When we can't feel heat, we risk burns from hot surfaces. When we can't sense pain, we might overlook a blister or small injury. And when our nerves don't alert us to danger, we may be more prone to infections or accidents without even realizing it. This isn't about fear, it's about awareness. Being mindful of changes in foot sensation is a powerful way to protect your mobility and independence. In the world of senior living, even the smallest detail, like noticing a dullness in your senses, can help you stay a step ahead of potential risks. The good news is you don't have to figure it all out alone. If you've noticed changes like this, it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor. They may suggest simple evaluations or offer ways to manage the symptoms while improving your comfort and safety. Our feet do a lot for us. They carry our weight, connect us to the ground, and give us the freedom to move through life. When they begin to change, it's not a sign of weakness, it's just the body's quiet way of asking us to pay closer attention. So take a moment now and then to check in with your feet. Are they telling you something you've been too busy to hear? With gentle care, daily awareness, and professional guidance when needed, you can continue walking confidently through the beautiful journey of aging, grounded in strength, balance, and mindful senior wellness. Dry, cracked skin on your feet, a gentle signal that deserves care. As we grow older, the skin on our feet often begins to change, sometimes in ways that are easy to overlook. You might notice your heels becoming rougher or patches of dry skin appearing on the sides of your feet. Perhaps your feet feel tighter, itchier, or more fragile than they used to. While this might seem like a common part of aging, it's worth understanding why these changes happen and what they could be telling you. Dry, flaky skin, especially on the feet, is not just a cosmetic concern. In many cases, it can reflect deeper changes in the body. For example, as we age, the natural oils that keep our skin supple tend to decrease. Combine that with reduced circulation or slower nerve function, and our feet may begin to show signs of stress before any other part of the body. Cracked heels in particular can pose more than just a comfort issue. Small fissures in the skin can become entry points for dirt bacteria, or even infections, especially if we don't feel them right away due to reduced sensation. In the world of senior wellness, protecting the integrity of the skin is a simple yet powerful way to stay safe and healthy. What makes this symptom even more important is that many older adults experience it without realizing the potential impact. It's easy to assume that dry skin is just from the weather, or that rough heels are simply part of getting older. While that may be partly true, persistent dryness, especially when paired with thickened or discolored skin, can sometimes point to circulation issues or reduced nerve activity. This doesn't mean there's cause for alarm, but it is a quiet sign that your feet may need a little extra attention. Gentle care such as moisturizing regularly, wearing breathable socks, or avoiding very hot showers can help maintain healthy skin. But more importantly, if you notice deep cracks that don't heal redness or any unusual sensations, it's a good idea to bring it up during your next doctor's visit. Being proactive about foot care is one of the most practical senior health tips we can follow. Our feet carry us through so much, and they deserve the same thoughtful care we give to the rest of our bodies. When we pay attention to small changes like dry skin or cracked heels, we're really practicing something much greater: awareness, prevention, and self-respect. So if your feet have been feeling neglected lately, maybe today is a good day to give them a little love. A few small habits can go a long way in protecting your comfort and well-being. In the journey of senior wellness, it's the simple things like healthy skin that help us walk through life with ease, dignity, and grace. Changes in skin or nail color on the feet. What they could quietly be telling you. Our feet often speak before we realize it. And one of the most overlooked signs they give us is a change in color, whether it's the skin or the toenails. As we move through the later chapters of life, it becomes even more important to pay attention to these subtle shifts. In many cases, they're the body's quiet way of sharing that something deeper might need attention. Have you noticed the skin on your feet looking a bit more pale bluish, or even slightly purplish at times? Or perhaps your toenails have thickened, turned yellow, or developed ridges that weren't there before. While some of these changes can come with age, they're also important to observe, because they may point to reduced blood flow or other underlying issues. As circulation slows with age, especially in the lower legs and feet, the skin may not receive as much oxygen-rich blood as it once did. That can lead to discoloration, coolness in the skin, or a change in how quickly the skin heals. Similarly, toenails may change texture or color due to pressure dryness or reduced nerve function. In some cases, discoloration can reflect ongoing changes in circulation or even the way nutrients are delivered to your extremities. This doesn't mean there's immediate cause for concern, but it does mean your body is asking for your awareness. One of the core values of senior wellness is learning to notice and respond to the body's quieter signals so we can continue living safely, confidently, and with dignity. The good news is changes like these are often manageable, but it starts with noticing. If the skin on your feet seems dark or blotchy or feels cooler than usual, or if your nails are becoming unusually thick or discolored, it's worth gently bringing up with your healthcare provider. Sometimes even a short conversation can help determine if there's something worth exploring further. These conversations aren't about worry, they're about wisdom, your wisdom. By staying aware, you give yourself the gift of early support, better comfort, and more control over your senior living experience. Remember, our feet carry us through the world. They've supported us through years of movement work, family, and life. When they begin to change even in small ways, it's not just wear and tear, it's communication. It's the body saying, notice me, care for me. Taking a few moments to check your feet now and then, especially for changes in skin or nail color, is a simple, gentle way to stay in tune with your overall wellness. And it's one more step toward walking through life with awareness, strength, and heart. Because in the journey of senior wellness, every detail matters, especially the ones we once thought were small. Pain. While walking that eases with rest, a subtle sign worth noticing. After 70. Walking has always been one of the simplest pleasures in life. A short stroll down the block, a walk through the garden, or a quiet trip to the mailbox, all small but meaningful moments of movement. But what if these everyday steps start bringing discomfort? What if pain appears after just a few minutes of walking yet fades away once you sit down to rest? For many older adults, this kind of pain, especially in the calves, thighs, or hips, can be confusing. It might feel like cramping tightness or a dull ache that builds gradually as you walk. Then as soon as you stop and rest for a minute or two, the pain seems to disappear. This cycle may repeat over and over, making daily activities feel frustrating or limiting. This pattern is sometimes linked to a condition known as claudication, which is often associated with changes in blood flow to the legs. As we age, the arteries that carry blood through the lower body can gradually narrow or stiffen, making it harder for oxygen-rich blood to reach the muscles, especially during movement. The muscles then begin to protest, not with loud warnings, but with slow, persistent pain that fades with rest. At Senior Wellness, we believe that tuning into these signs, no matter how gentle they seem, is a vital part of living a healthy and independent life after 70. This kind of walking pain isn't just about sore muscles. It can also reflect changes in circulation or other factors that deserve thoughtful attention. The important thing to remember is that this symptom doesn't mean you need to stop moving. In fact, movement is often part of the solution. But it does mean your body is asking you to be more mindful, to pause, and notice when things aren't feeling quite right. If you've been experiencing this kind of discomfort, consider bringing it up with your doctor. A simple conversation can open the door to understanding the cause and finding ways to manage it in a way that keeps you comfortable, safe, and active. You don't have to accept pain as a normal part of aging. With the right guidance and a little extra care, it's possible to enjoy your walks again without fear, frustration, or limitation. As part of your journey with Senior Wellness, learning to listen to your body even during a quiet walk is one of the most powerful steps you can take. It's a form of self-respect and a beautiful way to honor the body that has carried you through so many seasons of life. And if you find this helpful, don't forget to explore more senior health tips. Sometimes the smallest signs are the body's way of pointing us toward better days ahead. Balance issues or weakness in the feet, a quiet clue that shouldn't be overlooked. There's something deeply comforting about feeling steady on your feet. For most of our lives, walking, standing, and turning are things we do without thinking twice. But as we age, that sense of balance can shift in quiet ways. Maybe you've noticed yourself holding onto the wall more often. Perhaps you felt unsure going up the stairs, or you've had moments where your foot just didn't respond the way it used to. These small changes, wobbling while standing, catching your foot on the edge of a rug, or struggling to lift your toes when walking, can be signs that the muscles and nerves in your feet aren't working as smoothly as they once did. And while these symptoms may seem subtle at first, they carry important meaning for those of us in the senior wellness stage of life. Balance begins in the feet. Our muscles, joints, and nerves work together to keep us upright and moving. But over time, these systems can weaken, especially if there's reduced nerve function or circulation to the lower limbs. The result can be a loss of confidence in your steps, an increased risk of stumbling, or even a fear of falling. It's not just about strength, it's also about awareness. When the signals between your brain and your feet don't flow as quickly or clearly as they once did, even a simple movement like turning around or stepping off a curb can feel unpredictable. But here's the encouraging part. Recognizing these signs early is a powerful step towards staying independent and safe. At this stage of senior living, it's not about pushing through discomfort, it's about listening to what your body is trying to tell you. If you've noticed increasing difficulty with balance or foot control, don't dismiss it as just aging. These changes are worth discussing with your doctor, especially if they're affecting your daily life. In many cases, gentle exercises, supportive footwear, or simple adjustments to your home can make a big difference in your stability and confidence. You deserve to move through life with peace of mind, not uncertainty. And by tuning into the messages your body sends, like weakness in the feet or changes in balance, you give yourself the opportunity to respond with care, clarity, and self-compassion. In the journey of senior wellness, staying upright isn't just physical, it's emotional too. It's about standing strong in who you are, taking ownership of your well-being, and trusting that you're never too old to make meaningful changes. So take your time. Step mindfully. And remember, even the smallest adjustments can help you move through each day with greater strength and security. Sometimes the most meaningful signs from our bodies come not in loud shouts, but in quiet whispers. A tingling toe, a patch of dry skin, a slight change in balance. These little things may seem too small to mention, but in truth, they're often our body's way of asking for a little extra care. After 70. Paying attention to these subtle changes isn't just smart, it's empowering. It's a reminder that your health, your comfort, and your peace of mind still matter deeply. You've walked through so many seasons of life. You've overcome, endured, and carried so much. And now you deserve to walk forward with confidence and clarity. At the heart of senior wellness, we believe in honoring the body by listening to its gentle messages. You don't need to do anything drastic. Just stay curious, stay kind to yourself, and seek guidance when something doesn't feel quite right. Your feet may be small, but they carry your entire journey. If this video brought you comfort or insight, we invite you to become part of this growing community. Please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and leaving a comment to share your thoughts or stories. Your voice matters here. Together, let's take small steps toward a stronger, more supported path forward, one mindful moment at a time.